Hey beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. So this video is my top 5 tip on how to deal with Mercury Retrograde. Those who don't know what Mercury Retrograde is, the planet Mercury slows down and causes a ripple effect in our energy levels here on Earth. This affects us in different ways. So depending on your star sign and where Mercury is in your chart, will affect you. But for most of us, Mercury affects us in technology, communications, and information. Mercury goes retrograde 3 times a year for 3 weeks each time. Mercury will retrograde for 9 weeks a year, which is a lot for a lot of us. Now, when Mercury retrogrades, it slows down. A lot of people say that Mercury is going backwards and is doing a reverse effect on us, but in fact, Mercury, the planet, actually just slows down in our solar system. And this causes shift in the energies around us, and people do see this as a negative time for them. So I've come up with my 5 top tips to how to deal with Mercury when retrograding. So my number 1 tip is to use law of attraction. So law of attraction is all about creating the energy you want to attract to you by being that energy. So when we are in retrograde, a lot of us are focusing on this as a negative effect. And because we are focusing on that negativity, we're attracting that negativity towards us. People who do blame Mercury retrograde for all their negativity, part of it is you creating that negative space for yourself. So if you view Mercury in retrograde as a positive vibe, you will attract more positive energy towards you during this retrograde, which will shift your vibrations and will bring more positive vibrations to you in this effect. So my number 1 tip is to practice law of attraction and to keep yourself positive. Keep the atmosphere around you positive. When things go wrong or when things seem to go wrong, look at it in a positive mindset and allow that positive shift to come. In situations where Mercury retrogrades, keep yourself positive, keep your outcomes positive, keep your mindset positive, and just allow that positive change to come into your energy source. Now, for a lot of us, when Mercury is in retrograde, it is affecting our communications. So my number 2 tip is to walk away from situations you no longer have control of. When Mercury is in retrograde, we tend to lose ourselves a little bit in communication. If you find yourself in a situation where you are going to lose your cool and you can't stop yourself from communicating, remove yourself from that situation. Remove yourself from any situation that's going to cause you to have a negative effect on your life, and explain to the person in that situation, or explain to yourself in that situation, why you are removing yourself from this situation. So if you feel like you're going to say something quite negative towards someone due to Mercury being in retrograde and it is affecting your communication, explain to that person and just say, look, I can't deal with this right now. Remove myself from this situation. Let's talk about it at a later date. And hopefully you can talk about it, a next meeting after retrograde, or clear your head, come back and reassess this situation in 10 minutes time. Allow yourself a little bit more time in situations. Remove yourself from any situation that is causing you negativity or affecting you in any way due to Mercury retrograde. My 3rd tip is to take more time to plan things. So when Mercury retrogrades, it does affect us on different levels, and for some of us it affects our technology and our communication. I think my number 1 tip for me is to take more time to allow things to happen. Plan for the unexpected, allow more time for everything, and allow that little bit of extra leeway with things. Knowing that Mercury retrograde causes a ripple effect on everyone and can cause people to run late, it can cause people to be unorganized, it can affect the way you communicate, so you may need more time to sit down and talk to people and just get your understanding or their understanding across. So take that little bit more time with everyone and everything. Allow yourself more time, be patient with yourself, and allow things to come more slowly. And allow yourself to be just a little bit more organized My number 4th tip, to go deeper with yourself. Allow yourself more time when practicing self-care. You meditate, do yoga, your Zen time is crafting, editing, or anything creative. Allow more time for that. Spend more time deeper with yourself. Spend less time with people and more time with yourself, and centering your mindset. Allowing things to slow down a little bit more for you. Spend more time practicing what you love and allowing yourself to do what you love rather than what you don't like to do, which will help keep your emotions and your mindset more peaceful. Now, this also coincides with law of attraction by creating the atmosphere, creating the energy that you want and allowing that to flow. So spending more time on what you love to do and go deeper in with yourself will help attract positive energy and positive vibes for you. Allow these 3 weeks to be 3 weeks you spend on yourself. Allow this to change who you are and to help change your mindset on things. Allow law of attraction to come into play and just give yourself more time and more care. And my 5th tip for how to deal with Mercury retrograde is to have more patience with yourself. By practicing all these tips, you will allow yourself to have more patience with yourself. Your energies are probably going to be shifting and moving a lot more quickly than usually, and especially if things are going wrong, or you see things are going wrong, or you feel things happening in a negative way, your mindset and your emotions are going to be juggling quite quickly. So if you have more patience with yourself, pull yourself aside, remind yourself of the positives and spend some more time with yourself and practice patience, meditation, and positive mindsets will help you to stay positive in situations where you have lack of control. Spend more time with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Know during these times of retrograde, you are going to be shifting a lot more than normal, or you will feel like you have lack of control than normal. So by having patience with yourself and pulling yourself aside and just checking in with yourself, keeping your momentum going and keeping that drive, you will be able to have more control. And just go easy on yourself. Know that this only happens for 3 weeks. This is not going to be the end of who you are. So have more patience with yourself when it comes to Mercury retrograde. So I hope this has given you an insight on how to control Mercury retrograde like a boss. Own it. Don't see this as a negative thing that comes into your life 3 times a year. Know that when Mercury is in retrograde, you have the power to own it. So use these 5 tips to own Mercury in retrograde and make it one of the best times in your life each year. If this has given you a positive outlook on Mercury in retrograde, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're new here, hey, I'm Peter. Welcome to our channel. Hit that subscribe button to become part of our family. And like always, guys, any questions or comments, please list them below. And until next time, beautiful people, peace and love.